In this first problem, we're concerned with what is and what is not a function. So first off, we should remind ourselves of the definition of function, and we're going to apply that definition in each case. So what we want to look to see is if each input has a unique output. So right here I see -5 has an output of -17, and if I look over here, -5 also has an output of -11. Therefore this is not a function. Y is not a function of x, because -5 does not have a unique output. So this would be no. This next one, if we pick an x value over here, notice I've got a y value here and a y value here. So I have two y values for that given x value. Or sometimes we like calling it the vertical line test. It does not pass the vertical line test because it hits twice. So this is not the graph of a function of x. How about a set of ordered pairs? It's going to be very similar to the table. We want to make sure each output has each input, has a unique output. 3 goes to 2, 4 to -0.5, 7 to 3, -3 to 1, 2 to 6. All those inputs have a unique output, therefore we have a yes. D, if the input is a best-selling novel and the output is a publisher, does that match our definition of function? Well, ask yourself, if we know what novel we're talking about, do we definitely know the publisher? Well, novels have only a single publisher, therefore each input will have a unique output. And this is one where you can test yourself. What if we reversed? What if we made the publisher the input and the best-selling novel the output? Well, a publisher typically publishes multiple novels, so if we reversed it, it would not be a function. Our next one here, x squared plus y equals 1. Now if we wanted to rearrange this, we could make it y equals 1 minus x squared, which if we wanted to, we could graph it. Would pass the vertical line test. That's one way of testing. The other way is having the square on the x and not on the y is going to allow unique outputs for multiple inputs. So now as we can see, we may have an output that has we have two separate inputs for the same output, but we don't have two separate outputs for the same input. So this is going to be a yes. In this diagram here, in this mapping, what we want to make sure is that our inputs only go to a single output. And notice each input only has a single arrow coming from it. So we have a situation that will be a function.